but I can. It sucks.
You know you can't stand backwards on steps.
Right. Oh, this is ILNL.
This is going to be one of those episodes.
Clearly.
It's going to be one of those episodes.
Yes, it's been a while, but yes.
All right. Shall we just move right into the good stuff? Oh, hold on real quick. All right, it's in focus. All right.
Come you cook bacon and bake cookies. Whose bright idea was that?
Cook cookies and bacon, you said?
You cook bacon
Yeah.
and you bake cookies.
Starting with the first story.
Bake bacon, cook cookies. Yo.
Here we go. So, the new sensation that's taking over the nation, possibly the world, is Marvel Snap.
Marvel Snap.
The mobile experience of collectible card game fighting action, which I have yet to play.
I haven't played it yet.
They're there. They're there.
Key thing is yet.
It's fun.
So, I was watching IGN, as it now is one of my favorite things to watch. IGN 1
It's
on
gonna
Roku.
Make me get Roku.
And rest in peace, G4 TV. They had one of their panels. I believe it was Nintendo chat, Nintendo voice chat. And one of the panelists there was talking about how they are completely addicted to Marvel Snap. They are so bad in playing this game that they have to constantly remind themselves not to play it because of how good it supposedly is. And there's one of us here.
Wait,
who's
say
actually
that
it.
they're so good at playing.
The game is so good that they have
but
to.
they're bad at it.
No, that they have to stop playing it because they'll keep playing it.
Oh, they're addicted. Addicted.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
They be fiending.
So Chico,
Yes.
are you a fiend?
Hell no.
I got some of them snaps.
Tell us about the game.
No, I'm good for it because I'm cheap. So that helps out a lot.
Okay, so that means you're saying that there's a ton of microtransactions in this.
It's a mobile game, so there's always microtransactions in it.
That's free.
Yeah, the fake freemium
But
thing.
being a gaming person, I caught on to it, so I don't have to jump in every time for that because you're trying to get a little scroll back down.
This way?
Stop. Yes. See those little blue things?
This little blue thing's here?
Yeah, that's how
Okay.
you pay for stuff. That and gold.
So that's
Gold
theirs.
will get you the blue things, and blue things you get from completing.
So this is their economy system.
Right. You get stuff from completing different
Blah.
missions in the game, like winning certain sections with 4 cards, winning with a certain amount of power levels, things like that. And they give you the blue things, and that's how you upgrade your cards and stuff like that.
I see. So, tell us about this world. Why does it exist? Like, what is Marvel Snap?
It's and the bare bones of it is your basic collectible card game.
Okay.
You got 3 sections in it. Top half is your opponent, bottom half is you. Under each section, you can fill in 4 cards. Each card allows you to do certain things, And the 3 sections in the middle are the worlds you're playing in, which also give off a certain challenge or add a benefit or take away. Like,
Okay, so you can perk based off of your fighting arena
Right.
base. Okay, all right.
So you advance? What's the strategy for this game?
deck building. So the cards you end up collecting, all of them do something different. If you like what they do and you like to use it in your gameplay, you put it in the deck you create. Or if you just like certain things, you can create decks based off of themes. Like I have one deck that I play with to generally just play the games.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have a crew deck, which is based off the crew comic, which is literally all the black characters.
Hey,
I
Nice.
got a X-Men deck, which is all the X-Men,
Dig
and some
it.
of their villains. I'm just starting to get Spider-Man people in. I have an Avengers MCU deck. And what else did I create? Turn the darn thing on and find out. But anyway, it's a fun game.
So one of the things that you were saying about this is that
I have a
It's a
Guardians of
random-
Galaxy and an Asgard deck.
oh, dude.
so one of the things you were saying was that you play random people.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really pick your opponent, as in, like, if one of us decided we wanted to play,
Right.
we
that's,
couldn't be like, hey,
that's
let's
my-
battle.
Right. That's my only downfall to this game so far is that you can't play like a private session with one of your friends.
Interesting. So, how does the
But it just came
collectible-
out, so I'm pretty sure it'll.
How does the collectible part work? So, is it like you're buying boosters, and then you can just
No,
take
you
those
basically
boosters?
you can buy certain cards. We can't really show this without a really bad glare, can we?
I mean, you could try. Give it a shot.
Okay, let's see here. All right, let's see how that is.
It's not so bad.
Not too bad.
Okay, so what are you
Can't
showing
really
us?
zoom in though. But
Well, maybe. Let me see if I can do the magic of
hold this up and try
messing things up.
to get a glare.
Okay, so let's see. All right, I can move
Do we-
this.
or do we want to put it in front of Chris's camera?
No, I can switch things around.
Okay, well, this is probably the best we're gonna get.
Yep.
So as you can see here, these are variants of, I think that's Gambit and Rogue. You can get those, and you can get special pieces. Those you purchase. Of course, you know how those microtransaction work. There's always a chance to get other variants and things of that nature.
$4.99, $9.99, $19.99, $49.99,
$49.99.
But I can say my entire collection has come from playing a game, just straight up.
Dude. How long you had the game?
I might have been playing for about a week.
Oh God! It looks like you would have like. I would thought you was about to say a month or two.
I have not been playing that long.
So
And then you upgrade the cards on certain ones. After you completely upgrade it, they'll ask you to make a double, which is its own variant.
Cool. So when you start playing, do you start off with like a starter deck?
Kind of, yeah, they give you some random cards to go with.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Okay. And this is all mobile. It must be because it's
Yeah.
on.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's on Steam.
It's on Steam.
Really?
Does that mean it's on a certain Steam deck?
Let's take an investigative look.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
'Cause if so, I might have to do another account. Well, no, I think your
Free to
account will
play.
follow you. I don't know how that works.
And I don't see Steam compatible yet. Doesn't mean it's
Boom.
unsupported.
Unsupported.
So I could do it on my computer,
It's an
but
unsupported. Wait. Unsupported or they don't know yet.
unsupported on the Steam Deck. Steam Deck compatibility is unsupported.
That is so,
So
trash.
on your computer you can play.
Steam is really gonna make me fight them, like, bro.
Well, I mean,
But I like the way it
still is
works as a
system.
mobile, so. And like I said earlier, it's still in its early stages, so who knows what it'll evolve into.
Cool. Well, just for the sake of trying things out, I guess I will throw it on one of my devices and just see. It's a
I
shame
mean,
that
I'm
we
not
can't.
I'm
we
not a
can't
part of
just
any
play-
ranking system, so if you don't want to download it, you're welcome to try it out on here.
Okay. Well, cool. Cool. Thoughts, Chris?
I'm digging it. I'm just looking at some of the advertisements. I think I've seen a trailer for it. Like I almost wow. I wasn't sure about it before because I was just like, okay, is this a strict card game? Does it come out like Yu-Gi-Oh and you see the fighters and the
Yeah, like
whatever,
there's like
whatever?
some type of motion.
There
yeah.
are animations,
Okay.
like
but it's like simple stuff on top of what's going on. It's not like the cards coming to life, is it?
not real, more like their
Like
powers or
like
whatever.
A pow or a swoosh or something.
Kind of, because take Electra's card, for example. Her thing is you put her card out. If your opponent has a card that's has a one cost point on it, she destroys it. So you put her card down, it lights up, and a sigh spins up in the air and hits the other card and destroys it.
Okay.
I'm willing to give it a try.
Yeah, that's worth a shot.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a try.
Okay.
Well, I already downloaded it. I downloaded the game. It was on my
So you
Steam
might be
account.
trying it while we're still doing the show. Is what you're
No.
saying. Oh, okay.
No.
Lord knows I would be, but signal.
Well, that's an easy fix. But to the next story. So that's Chris.
Hello.
Let's try that again.
Is Chris the next story?
No.
No.
Chris is a story, but not the next story.
Chris is you're a series.
Of unfortunate events. He's Lemony Snicket.
That's messed up.
Okay,
All is well.
on the serious note. It's seriously bad right now for Microsoft trying to grow its gaming division
The FTC won't let them be.
for the most part. FTC sues to block the acquisition of Activision Blizzard because of the whole thing of monopolies.
They're haters.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So here's the deal. So a lot of these bigger publishers, these bigger console system makers, have the tendency to acquire a studio in order to build up their house of studios. Like Microsoft, one of their big acquisitions when they first started was buying Rare, responsible for Donkey Kong Country and a few other games that were Nintendo games.
I thought Bethesda was their biggest one.
Rare was. Bethesda was just as big. I mean, like getting the whole Rare collection is a huge deal, but also getting Starfield and did they do Witcher? Is that
Activision?
Bethesda?
No,
is
that's
that Bethesda?
Code Red.
Yeah, that's CD Red
CD Red,
Project.
yeah.
Yeah. So what was
Fallout.
Fallout? Thank you. They have Fallout. So yeah, so the whole thing with Activision jumping in saying, "No, we gotta put the kibosh on this," is that they're taking away from what would normally be like competitive, the whole thing of competition in gaming and whatever, which I don't think that it really applies in this world because like the whole thing of publishers is that you publish games. It doesn't really matter who's publishing.
Right.
Because there's a ton of publishers and there's a ton of indie and they make marketplaces where anyone can put up a game.
Yeah, it's no different from comic book publishers.
Yeah. So the fact that the FTC is jumping into this, they pretty much feel like Microsoft is going way too far in getting the house that has Call of Duty and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, fair trade, yeah, I get it. But We're talking about games here. We're not talking about things that affect people's lives, like housing and food. And
Now,
Doesn't it?
if it was a thing where they
I
were
mean,
going
it
to,
affects people's housing and like the people that work for them. And the question is, and considering how the person who now owns Twitter, how he's
fair point.
behaved,
Fair point.
and how many people have lost their jobs,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, okay, how are they gonna act?
This kind of
Now, I
lends
don't
into
see it. I mean, he's a whole another person,
yeah.
a whole other person, but yeah, we don't know how it's going to affect other people.
The thing with the Activision purchase though is that it was already a toxic environment, and Microsoft is trying to change the culture by acquiring them.
True.
yeah,
That's
they
the
were having
difference.
those issues.
Yeah,
You know.
that is true.
So that's why I'm like, well,
And that actually might be what
But they also
gets
got
them through this.
rid of the head of Microsoft that was causing all the
Not
toxicity.
Microsoft.
Not Activision.
Activision.
He's gone, right?
yes, I believe so. The whole thing is,
But people who has his toxic ways might still be lingering.
well, I don't think they're lingering in the fact of being still involved with Activision Blizzard. I mean, this is the thing that I'm kind of looking at with this. Activision Blizzard is a huge part of gaming. Like they have some of the biggest IPs. If they fall, they could take a whole bunch of other people down. It wouldn't be direct, it would be indirect. With Microsoft stepping in and saying, "No, we'll keep you afloat." In a way, they're helping the game industry
True.
because it's a lot of developers who could lose their jobs. There's a lot of outside revenue that could be affected. Big point is the esports side of things.
Right.
Call of Duty's an esports game. Overwatch is an esports game.
Yeah, the only way I can see this really going bad is if they decided, okay, we got this now. It's all exclusive.
And that's a good thing that you brought
But-
up because they want to bring Call of Duty to the Nintendo Switch.
Right. They're not trying to make stuff exclusive. They're actually trying to spread it out even more.
yeah. Yeah, so it's not like they're buying up these companies and holding the games hostage. Now, the only ones that's afraid that might happen is Sony
Right.
because Call of Duty is a big thing and they got a ton of exclusives over the years for that. So that could probably go away, but that's the thing.
And I'm absolutely here for it. Because like Sony is a bully, yo. Like,
Sony is a bully.
Like my homeboy, my best friend, he's now considering getting a PS5, right?
Uh-huh.
Which, cool. But the reason why he's considering getting a PS5 is because a lot of the games that's coming out are going to be strictly on PS5 and they aren't going to be on PS4. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
Well, that's that's given across everything. That's why I'm looking into getting another Xbox because I've been noticing a lot of the stuff that's about to come out does not say playable for Xbox One.
Yeah, they're starting to move away from the last gen and really moving forward. And that's also because like the systems are now readily available.
Yeah,
So
women readily available.
you can actually
you
go
can
to
go into a
and
store and
one
buy
now.
something now. So like if you
They're in
wanted a
stock.
series,
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
if you wanted a series or a PS5, you could walk into a Walmart.
After selling, people having to buy them joints for what, 1,500, 2,000?
Yeah, well, that was when we were short, but now things are kind of leveling out. But quick note: do you feel that the FTC is overstepping its bounds?
I think they're paying attention to the wrong things. They're focused on the wrong things.
Chico?
If in fact Microsoft was going to make everything exclusive, then I could understand why they're making a fuss about it. Because that would definitely be a monopoly.
Right.
But because they're not, I mean, like you said, your example, they're trying to put Call of Duty on Nintendo. You know how crazy that's going to be.
Exactly.
The learning curve is going to be a pain because of the buttons.
Yeah.
But, you know,
But you're bringing one of the biggest franchises that Nintendo has not seen in years. I don't think they've ever really had it. Like Nintendo 64, maybe. But I can't remember.
was
I
Call
don't
of
remember if
Duty
it's on
out
GameCube
then?
or Wii.
Call of
Call of
Duty?
Duty is old.
It is
It's an
old.
old
I know it's
franchise.
old, but is it Nintendo 64 old?
Yeah, because it was PlayStation. It was PlayStation and PlayStation 2. No, I'm thinking of something of Honor for PlayStation.
Men of Honor, no,
Something of Honor. I can't remember. Either way, Call of Duty is an old series and it's been around for a while, but we haven't seen a modern Call of Duty on a Nintendo platform.
Right.
Not at all.
So, moving on from the world of Activision to the world of what we could possibly call fake Rockstar. Crime boss Rock K City is pretty much a ripoff of Vice
Wait
City.
a minute.
It's basically great thievery automotive.
Wait a minute. They did not really. This isn't really called Rockay City.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is such a GTA ripoff, but it looks like it's freaking amazing. So this game was the trailer was premiered at this year's Game Awards, Game Awards 2022, and they did a reveal, and as you see on the screen,
Danny Glover.
they really went and got some stars. So you have Danny Trejo, Billy Madison. Is that
Not
his name?
Billy. I think it's Michael Madison.
Michael Madison, thank you. Chuck Norrison, Billy Madison is. Yeah, okay, all right. Vanilla Ice, Danny Glover. I can't think of his name right now. But either way, people that are well
That's another
established.
Michael.
Is that the guy? Is that the guy from
Let's see if it has
Miami
their
Vice?
names.
No, that's the dude that
All
played, what you call it?
So Mike
Jean
Madison,
No, I'm
Travis
talking about the other guy,
Parker,
the black girl.
Chuck Norris, Danny Glover, Danny Trejo, Vanilla Ice, and I can't see who else is there because it's. I know she's somebody. I can't remember her name right now.
Wait,
Elizabeth something. Is that right?
there's something. Didn't Chuck Norris do something like Trumpish?
I don't think he's going to be canceled. He's
Of course he won't be.
he.
Look
He's-
where we live.
Yeah, he is, and I hate to use the phrase.
Scroll back up to the names.
Sure. So hold on real quick. All right, he's considered an American treasure, I guess. I don't know. So Travis Baker, I believe that's Travis, but I'm not sure. But I can't
No,
remember
that's
her
Yondu.
name. Yes, the dude who plays Yondu.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have all their names, and I don't want to play the trailer because I know it shows all their names, but then we'll have to deal with that, and I don't think we want to deal with that. So we're not going to deal with that.
I almost want to say it's. No, it's not Daryl Hannah.
No, just look it up real quick. And while you're doing
I
that,
don't know if they have the cast. Well, they might.
no, the cast was announced on it. So, but here's my thing. I love Grand Theft Auto. I don't play it as much as I used to, but every so often I pop it in and go back on GTA Online and check on my cars. I'm not a Saints Row fan. Chico's a Saints Row fan. Did you like the last one? Yeah. You like the original stuff, though. Yeah. And that was the GTA alternative. This is so Vice City.
It is.
It's so 80s.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's the guy from Miami Vice.
The black guy?
Yeah.
No, that's not him. It's a younger guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's somebody else. Either way, I saw this at the trailer, and I was like, even if this was piss poor bad, I'd get it. Because it has a ton of my favorite people in it.
I just hope they just break out $39.99,
No, it's not gonna do that, dude.
$59.99.
I'd be surprised. I wish we had that story up. Microsoft has already confirmed that they're moving towards the higher price points.
It's Kim Basinger.
Thank you, Kim Basinger.
So Michael Madsen is playing as Travis Baker. He's the boss in this. He's the crime boss. Kim Basinger plays a character known as KC. Damien Portier, who is Nazara, that's the black guy.
Yep.
Danny Trejo is the dragon. Danny Glover as Gloves.
He's too old for this.
Michael Rooker as Touchdown. And Vanilla Ice as Hilo.
So yeah,
And Chuck Norris as himself.
of course, because he could never be anybody but Chuck Norris.
So that reminds me of Saints Row 3
Yep.
because Burt Reynolds was in it as himself, as the mayor.
Yep. So the fact that this is published by 505 already tells me that it's going to be a crap game. 505 publishes, like, I think the only game that I could think of that may have been published by them, and please verify if I'm wrong in this, but I think I'm right. I think they published the game where you're floating and you have that weird gun inside of a bureau. God,
Floating.
you have telekinesis.
Echo?
No,
The dolphin?
no, dude.
Wait a minute.
No, it's a woman
gun.
protagonist.
Oh, Control.
Control.
Yeah.
I think 505 published that, but I don't remember. Either way, they don't really publish top games, so I feel like this is going to be. But I'm still going to get it because it has a lot of my favorite.
Looks like
people
they
in it.
got some money, so
Yeah, they brought out heavy hitters to be characters in this, so this was an interesting. Oh, it takes place in the 90s, Florida.
it is 90s. Okay.
So there you go. That was the answer. So we had a question earlier about like when's the setting for this. So this is Vice City. It's in the 90s.
The Vice
It's
Cities
Florida.
was 80s.
Dead by Daylight. They
Really?
they bodied that. Human Fall Flat. Some of my kids like that. Bloodstain. It's kind of a.
This is 505 published games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dead by Daylight is
Bloodstain is
probably
kind of like
the more popular one.
Metroidvania.
Okay.
What kinds of actions? Castlevania. Hellblade. I hear.
Help. That
Oh,
game.
No Man's Sky. Inside Limbo. Actually.
Oh, well, those are actually some
Stardew
pretty good
Valley.
games.
Now,
Yeah.
I see how they paid for this.
Yeah, they got it from that Stardew.
They did
money.
Stardew? Huh.
Payday.
Yeah, Payday was a big one.
Um,
Yeah, they still sell Payday. So I take back what I said.
I was just going to say, you still think they're
no,
crappy?
it seemed like they publish games that other people won't publish. That's probably the better
So
way
now
of
I'm
saying it.
curious
They're not bad.
I'm curious to know who you were thinking they were.
I was thinking of deep space, deep something, deep 5. I can't remember. I'll find it later.
Okay.
But let's go ahead and end off on something that's more popular than 505 publishing, and that is not this. It's this. Wednesday. I haven't had a chance to watch this, but everywhere I turn, Wednesday is the
sorry.
topic of
It's such
discussion.
a great show. It's
I-
a really great mystery show.
I'm gonna watch. I will binge it. So I'll throw it to either of you. Why is this a thing? It was a race. It was a race. See who's gonna go first.
No, it's one of them things like, geez, where do you start?
The nostalgia.
Nostalgia is one. They have, as far as I know, it's one cast member from the movie.
Indeed.
No, two
From the movie or the show?
from the movie.
Okay.
I don't think anyone from the show is in it. At least not that I've seen. But
There was more than one.
Lurch played one of the firemen. He was one of the firemen in it. That's what they were saying. I have to go back and see
Okay,
it
I gotta
again.
watch it again.
But
Okay.
the original Wednesday from the movies, Christina Ricci is in
Yeah.
it.
She's in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's the nostalgia, but it definitely gives her. She's not as one dimensional as she has been. Well, she's never really been one dimensional.
She doesn't seem one note either. So no, I wouldn't say that.
So it's like you see another side of her, but she's still
They're
Wednesday.
giving her character development.
Yes.
Well, she is the central character in it. I would hope that she has some depth to her.
Yeah.
But on the
I
other
would sure love to get B. Anthony's opinion on this.
on the other side there, you get more explanation of what they are.
What does that mean?
Like,
You mean the Adams?
yes,
Oh.
and the other cast of characters, like they sent her to a school for, what do they call it?
Not Wayward Youth. You mean the initial school she was at?
The school where everything takes place. Like, what do they call themselves? Like they call the
Oh.
townspeople normies, which is what most colleges do, but
What they call
and of course the townspeople just calls them freaks.
freaks. Right.
But they all have some sort of powers. Like her roommate's a werewolf.
Okay. So they're like they lean into the whole thing of being like universal monsters. Werewolves and vampires.
Yeah, you got
and
sirens. They did have vampires in it, right?
I believe so. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have vampires.
mummies and
Nah, no mummies.
No mummies. But everybody they have like different powers and things like that. She has
like
The
giving it away.
spoiler.
oh no, I'm not saying what
Oh,
you made me lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry. She has.
That's not going to help.
I'm sorry. My bad.
At any rate, it's basically a mystery to be solved. She's somewhat making friends, and
Okay.
you get to see some backstory of her parents. This basically showed how they met and all. Yeah, I would say the only thing that was missing was Grandmama and
Grandmama thing.
No, thing was Cousin It.
Cousin It. Yeah.
although it was mentioned.
Hmm.
It is apparently he went to the school. There's a picture of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the only thing that I got that I'm excited to see is Fred Armisen as Uncle Fester. Because I like Fred.
I did not. I had no idea he was going to be there. Like when I saw him, because you don't see him in the advertisements.
That's how I saw it. I saw it in the trailer.
Yeah, he was in an advertisement.
Yeah. Yes. Like that's the only way I knew.
Huh.
'Cause I didn't look at the cast. I did see who was playing Gomez. And
you had a lot of
that
people
felt
that were-
weird.
I'm
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he doesn't fit. I haven't seen the performance.
Right, but no.
Just
But what I'm
face
saying is,
value.
well, that's what I'm saying. The original Gomez. That
They
was
went.
in the,
They went from the comic strip.
Yeah.
Oh, so they went from
And-
more pudgy.
The comic
Okay.
strip, the
All right, then I'll go
Scooby Doo
with that.
version.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cause see, in my head, I keep thinking of
Raul
the
Julia.
TV show.
Raul Julia.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That's
Oh,
always
the
my
TV
Gomez.
show.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about the TV show? So, I can never remember his name off the top of my head, but that Gomez,
Yeah.
he also played Riddler in Adam West's Batman.
Yes.
At one point.
Yep.
And he's also the father to a very famous actor.
But Chico's gonna leave right there.
No guesses? None?
No.
Okay. He was in Stranger Things. He was in Rudy. He was in Lord of the Rings. And more important to me, he was in Goonies.
Hold up, not the big brother.
No.
You said he was in Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
All of Stranger Things, or just a season or two?
Just the season.
Just a season.
Yeah.
Was he a kid?
No, he died.
He was one of the ones that died in the series.
Yes.
Well, that narrows it down.
Oh, yeah. I know you talking about.
Oh, he was what's
The
his name's
boyfriend.
brother?
No.
Yeah.
Brother, no.
Little brother. No, he was the boyfriend.
He's a boyfriend.
He was the boyfriend of what's my guy's
No,
mother?
yeah.
Mike's mother.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin was the other guy's little brother.
Right.
I figured
he was
Lord-
in Rings.
I was going to say, I figured
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings and Goonies would have gave that one away.
Well, Lord of the Rings. I kept thinking, I'm like, who was in Lord of the Rings? And then I was like, okay, I know who was in Lord of the Rings, but
I
okay.
didn't know his father played. The
So yeah, his
original
father.
Riddler.
Was he the original Riddler or was he the second one? I don't know, but he's the original
One of
Gomez.
Interesting. Cool. Huh. So, recommendation?
Watch it.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people are a little iffy on it because it's tied to it.
Tim Burton.
Yeah, he directed.
What's wrong with Tim Burton?
Oh.
He's
Did he Me Too or something?
no, he doesn't see us in his visions. It's messed up, but at the same time, I kind of get it. Like his movies didn't have us in it, but the stuff he's
Well, considering...
just directed.
Well, I would have to go back and say written and directed or only directed?
Written.
No. Written and directed or only written?
Wait, what? Do you
If he wrote and directed, that's a problem. If he only directed and someone else wrote,
Okay, well, we know he didn't write this, and there are black people in this, and they were complaining about them being the bullies in it. But they had really great character development, so I kind of one isn't really a. I don't even know if could you call her a bully.
is he a mean girl?
She's
starts
in one of
being-
those cliques, but
It's
it's hard to carry. But one of the townies, you can tell he's just a blatant bully to people,
Okay.
to the freak zone.
All right. Chris?
Oh, but to answer your question, the stuff that he's written and directed, you remember seeing us?
Well, like I said, I have to go back and see what he wrote and directed. Didn't pay that much
Edward
attention.
Scissorhands was one. Didn't he write and direct Edward Scissorhands? Yeah, that's one.
Isn't Edward Scissorhands a timepiece?
What do you mean?
Like, wasn't it set in like the 50s?
yeah,
I don't know when it was set.
yeah,
Because if it was set in the 50s, and that means it's 50
'Cause-
suburbia.
yeah.
with
Because
all the
Sade,
segregation and stuff,
And then you got Nightmare Before Christmas.
which is the fantasy. Doesn't excuse it, but it's fantasy. Again, I just got to go back.
But yeah, it's written and directed stuff.
Okay. Chris, you were saying?
Yes, enjoyed it.
Cool. All right. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing next week. I am going to be watching. How many episodes is this? It's
Is it
8.
okay.
8.
I think we're both thinking 8. So.
Okay. So what? 30 minutes, hour?
43, 48.
So it's basically an hour, no commercials. So 40 something minutes. Okay. That's doable. You can do that. Cool beans. All right. Well, that's all the things that we have for this week. So with that, guys, as always, thank you for watching and listening. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, hit the alert button for when a new episode goes up. You'll be notified of when a new show is live, of course, for the premieres. If you listen on the podcast directories, you can hear us anywhere you listen to podcasts. Of course, supporting the channel is awesome. On ilovenerdlife.com, you can purchase all the cool stuff, mugs, t-shirts. We're going to be working on the Cortez stuff because that's happening right after we're done with this. Just give you a quick little pop real quick as soon as this comes up. And we go and switch camera 2. It's coming. Really, we've been talking about it for months. It is happening. And of course, follow us on all the socials. Anywhere you see I Love Nerd Life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
All
one
right.
word.
Cool. So with that, for Chris Cortez,
Peace.
for Chico.
Have to go back in the living room to play the game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But we're not
And-
paid.
And for myself, Tim, thank you as always for watching and listening. And of course, this is ILNL. We'll catch you on the next one. Any parting words?
Nope.
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 All right, we're done. So, now that you've seen
That would
Nope,
have been perfect.
what do you think of Jordan Peele's style of film making?
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I like it because it's just generally good, or I like it because knowing he's from a comedy background going to horror, this is just like, this is good.
I like suspense horror. I give him all the credit for wanting to revive that genre in his vision. So that was kind of cool. I like that.